No, not at all.
You sound like helium. You're not meaning to do that?
No.
You sound fine, Jerry.
I was gonna say Jason should know.
I
And
know. I've heard you call me many times, Jerry.
What?
and with that, I want to welcome everybody to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt Diorio, your host, as always. We're kind of joined by our version of Steve Urkel, the beanied one, Gerard Barrera.
Very funny.
I don't know if
Hey,
it'd be
we don't get to see you
Urkel.
though, bro. Like, what's
You're
your
gonna see-
mic?
Hold on, I'm figuring this out. Sorry.
Just turn your mic on. Oh, you're,
Okay, here's your chance,
I
guys.
just really
Steal his
hope
line.
that he has,
Steal his
like-
line, guys. Come on. We've got the running joke now. Steal his lines.
Damn, I don't know what's.
God, you guys. Oh, am I the only one that can steal lines? Is
Yes.
that what we're doing here?
Yes.
All right.
I'm not a good impressionist.
All right. Let's see if I can try and do this
You know,
justice.
what is it? Imitation is the best form of flattery, you know?
What up, my nuts?
What
Oh
up,
my
nerds? How's it going, bro?
Yeah.
Jason's
Anyways,
was
That
better.
is awful.
I have to say Jason's was better.
That is absolutely awful.
well,
Jason's was better.
Well, if you get your
Okay.
cam working,
Yeah.
if you get your cam working, Jerry, then you'd be able to like.
yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, get your
and then
cam
up in the
on,
corner,
man, dude. Jeez.
Jeez.
you know, joined by the babyface one, Theo Walski.
What's up, y'all?
And
Apparently, Jerry needs work on his practice on technical stuff, even though he's working at Apple.
Oh
I know,
my
right?
god.
I know. What
I
Apple
get-
is
I
not
know.
genius.
Okay.
and
Does that
he
Indeed.
sound
has to
better?
give demos on
No,
the Vision
you
Pro.
sound fine, man. You just need to turn your
That
cam
sounds
on
better?
now.
Yes,
Turn your
absolutely.
cam on.
Okay, now you can hear me. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
We
we
can
can
hear you
We've
good.
been
There
hearing
you
you.
go.
There you go. There
Yeah,
you go.
finally we get to see
There
the
we
face.
go.
Hey, look. It's Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Oh my god, you're so annoying. Okay, I got it. There we go. What's up,
You,
nerds? Hey, how's it
you
going?
sound
Hi.
like
Sorry, guys.
you're inhaling helium, dude.
Do I still sound like that?
I
No,
hope you're
you're fine,
monitoring
Jerry. You're
yourself
fine,
on
Jerry.
Twitch right now so you can hear.
You're okay.
Oh,
This is
man.
great. I so needed this today.
Matt,
Anyways,
Matt,
That's
Matt's
so
messing
weird.
with you, bro. Matt's messing with you.
Okay, so
anyways,
no, seriously, I don't. You don't hear that anymore?
No,
You
I
quite
don't.
seriously sound
Yes.
like Chippendale or on helium.
Oh shit, damn. What the hell is going
anyways,
on?
ladies
Okay.
and gentlemen, the in this case, the man, the myth, the legend, the man with the couch, the Lions mane, Jason Valerio.
How's it going, guys? How's it going tonight? I'm glad that we're all safely sound after the passing of the Pineapple Express in California. Oh my goodness, man.
No. Screw you and the Pineapple Express because it
Did
hit
it make it out to
Colorado.
Colorado?
Oh, it hit us this weekend with
Oh, what's up, bro?
depending on where
Pineapple
you're at, right?
Express. Choo,
Depending on where you're at.
choo.
It started as rain.
Yep.
Then it started to
Mhm.
snow. And decided, hey, I'm gonna fucking rain
It was
again.
slush.
Hmm.
And then it decided to freeze. So everything was a sheet of ice. And then in Boulder, it at least had the nerve to actually just snow. But we're supposed to get hit with round 2 on Saturday. And the models, none of the weather forecasters are here are like, I don't know. They're like, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen because both the models are showing 2 to 18 inches of snow for Saturday. So
Yep. I mean, like, we're
Yeah.
getting the end of it, so what?
I saw Disneyland, downtown Disney was kind of flooding, and
Yeah. I mean,
Leaking
Knott's
water,
Berry Farm
so-
closed, so you know.
Yeah.
It's
So,
it is what it is. It's all
which
good.
version of the Beanie one are we gonna get now?
I feel like
don't
this
know.
is
Does
like
this sound a
a-
little better? Am I sounding better now?
Yeah,
no,
you're
no
fine,
difference.
dude.
You're
fine, dude.
quieter.
You're
You're
fine.
quieter, and it's the same. I feel like this is a
Fine.
live
Yeah.
review of the Roadcaster right now. Is like if
Yes.
anybody needs to
Huh.
know, it's not user friendly apparently.
Damn. Okay.
Maybe just unplug it.
Well, Yeah. I don't know.
Anyways,
Anyway,
so or we can just have Jerry.
there's
just do
nothing
Rescue
wrong with
Rangers.
sound like this
No.
for the entire show, Jared. Just saying, there's absolutely
my
zero.
God.
You're fine, dude.
I that's the thing. I don't hear myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hear. And this was working fine last week.
Oh, you used it last week?
Yeah.
I thought, oh, okay.
Okay, so
Well,
Let's just get
it's all
playing
good.
with it.
It's all good, bro.
I'll figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even
The
hear
show
myself, though,
must
that's
go
the
on,
thing.
sir.
Yeah.
And the show will go on, and we're gonna get started instead of catching up because there is absolute ton of stuff. And
Mhm.
you know, tonight was just gonna be a simple, hey, let's talk about the state of plays, and then freaking Xbox went and did what they're gonna, I don't know what they're gonna do, and we'll talk about that. But first
Mhm.
and foremost, condolences go out to Carl Weathers' family who passed away a couple days ago. For me, I grew up knowing Carl Weathers as Apollo Creed in the Rocky movies
Mhm.
and from Predator. That's
Mhm.
where I first knew him.
Yeah.
Everybody also knows him from Mandalorian. He was
Mhm.
Mando's friend at the Outpost, the marshal who gave Grogu the IG unit to to walk around in and whatnot. So he tragically passed away. Um, he's going to be missed because he was one of those ones that he just everybody was just raved about how great he was to work with. And he played memorable roles. I think when it comes to actors in Hollywood, just like Lance Reddick, I mean, both of those were fantastic actors in their own rights and whatnot. Which speaking of Lance Reddick, the Saturn Awards, which are basically like for sci-fi and all that, gave created a Lance Reddick Award, and the first one went to Keanu Reeves,
Wow.
fittingly. So, um, now Jason's gonna laugh at this other bit of Star Wars news, because he's so much, he's on the anti-Marvel Star Wars kick because there's too much of it.
Star
Which,
Wars, okay. Marvel,
anyways,
we're done.
Gina Carano, who played the Republic Ranger in the Mando series, is suing Disney and Lucasfilm, and is being funded by Elon Musk and X. That basically in her lawsuit, she's seeking $75,000 plus damages, and she wants a court order to force Lucasfilm to recast her in the show.
Okay.
Okay.
Because she's claiming that her free speech was violated. However, that being said, she was let go because she made some very, very inflammatory remarks that didn't align with Disney's
I mean,
image.
you you are
Um,
Depends
employed
on
by
how it was
somebody,
phrased. It
right?
depends on how her contract was phrased.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
if
well,
she
she
didn't read her
was,
contract, that's her own fault.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, I mean, you're
Um,
employed by somebody, and there are things that they literally say in the contracts on hire. You cannot do X, Y, Z,
right.
Mhm.
Like it's in everybody's job description, everybody's
Mhm.
contract and jobs, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, Jason, if you went out on social media and went
Yeah.
on a tirade of insulting everybody,
Yeah.
you could be let go if your
yeah.
employer saw
I
that.
just like to remind people that yes, there is such thing as freedom of speech, but in my opinion, there is no such thing as freedom of speech without consequence.
Of
So
course. There you go. Yeah.
I,
Good one, Theo.
I
Good
I
one,
get
Theo.
that. I get the freedom of speech thing, but here's the thing is what freedom of speech means is that the government cannot come after you for what you say.
Yeah.
Mm,
No,
But
that's actually what it was built
that's
as.
what it's
Is it
for.
was the protection is that if you speak out against your government, against the president, whatever it is, right, and it's inflammatory, they can't come sue you, they can't put you under arrest. That is your protection.
As long as
You
it's
cannot
not
just go
life
running your
threatening.
mouth about stuff, right? In this case, is she was basically spreading, saying that the 2020 election was stolen. She was claiming that not agreeing or letting people speak the ultra right rhetoric is to the tune of basically treating them like they're people that were in prison as part of the Holocaust. Um, it was some pretty bad stuff that Disney just didn't like, so they let her go.
No.
Um,
And she is a representative of that company, so therefore,
mhm. Oh
like,
yeah,
sorry, like if you get fired for that, you can't just be running around saying whatever you want and have no repercussion for it, like
correct.
just like Theo said, there is freedom of speech, but you just got to remember there's consequences for what you say,
Hmm.
you know?
Just like you can be sued for libel. So, see, now we just can't hear him. Now Jerry's
I'll
just
be
like,
sorry. Okay.
there's no
All I
more,
heard
there's
was
no more
king.
helium. I just see the mouth moving, nothing coming out. Dude, this is a bad Jeff Dunham show.
You know what? It's all good.
Okay.
Thank you for saying
Yeah,
Jeff Dunham,
anything?
because now all
Yeah,
I
we
can
can
think
hear you.
of is jalapeno on a
Am I
stick.
helium?
Yes, you are helium
We can hear you, Jerry. You're
On a
fine.
steak.
on a stick. Helium on a stick.
Anybody got
What's
a
going on here? Okay, yeah.
Eskimo
Just
cream
roll
pie
with it, Jerry. Just roll with it, bro. That's it.
or a Klondike bar rather? Anyway.
Bring it back to the good old days, the old episodes. You know, the throwback.
God.
Shout outs to anybody who's been listening
So,
that knows this
since-
reference. You know, shout out, throw it back.
Back to the days of Skype.
You know?
Oh my
Jeez.
god.
But
I
yeah, I mean,
don't
like,
know
so
why this is.
well, good luck on her, I guess. You know, and the new
We'll see what
platform
happens.
or the X platform now.
Dude, they're
Yeah.
the ones backing her because it's
Yeah.
freedom of speech. It's like, okay, whatever.
Good
Anyways,
luck.
so let's go ahead and get talking. I want to start off with PlayStation. Let's go through the state of plays real quick, because there's much bigger news that dropped, rumors and all that stuff that I kind of want to really get to us talking about. And yes, it will be about Xbox. We don't talk about Xbox a lot,
Nope.
but when it's worthy, we do,
Hey,
and whatnot. So, Jason, it is that time, sir.
here we go.
And here are your PlayStation Plus monthly games for February.
Really?
You're getting Foam Stars
Really?
day one, which
Why am I not surprised?
Okay.
I guess, I
I'm
mean,
kind of shocked.
they need
These are
I
big.
guess they need
They
a
need somebody
Splatoon
to play
clone.
it, so this is
Right?
the primary way to get it.
I mean, I
Let's
guess
Do it for
so.
free.
them to play it.
Steel Rising and then Roller Dome. So Studio Roll 7 is a third-person shooter experience.
I
I
remember
guess.
seeing this.
I don't remember seeing much about
I
it.
forget what it's about.
But I
and
feel
stuff.
like
Yeah.
it wasn't on my like, oh, I need to go pick that up.
okay, am I
Hmm.
wrong in this picture that she's got roller skates in one of them?
Well, wasn't there a movie called Roller Dome like ages ago?
I don't
Type
know.
thing. I don't know.
But like
It's
roller dome just makes me think it's like an actual like roller.
yeah, it's
derby.
roller derby.
Yeah.
And
But it's a
whatnot.
first person
I don't know.
shooter.
Third person shooter.
Third person shooter, even worse.
Mm.
Even worse.
Okay.
And then Steel Rising, action RPG set in alternate history France during French Revolution. I haven't seen
God.
much about that one at all.
But it's got the like
Aw, look.
London judges wigs on, like with the curls and everything.
Yeah,
Super
like
weird.
read alternate history Paris in which the French Revolution. In the French Revolution,
It's
so it's
robotic
suppressed
army,
by
but you still
robotic
don't have to
army.
necessarily
Suppressed.
choose the hairstyle.
I mean, like,
Yeah,
why
well-
you dissing that hairstyle, bro? If I could rock that, I would, man.
You could not. Nobody can. That's why
Well,
they should
no.
get rid of it.
I mean, I would
Hey.
rock it, man.
Hey,
No.
Beethoven still rocked it in the late 80s. So
No, he
just
didn't.
talk to Bill and Ted about that one, sir.
No, he didn't.
And then also Fall Guys is getting an icons pack that is Ratchet, Clank, and Aloy,
Dude.
Nerd.
along with Gurvachon emote, Clank's laugh, and a bunch of patterns and nameplates that are around it. So,
Hmm.
anyways, so let's get talking to about the state of play. The first one came on the 31st, and this one it was okay. It wasn't like jaw dropping by any means, but it started off with a Helldivers 2 trailer, which that's a third person shooter-esque game coming. Stellar Blade, dropping out of nowhere was Sonic X Shadow Generations. Looks kind of like a Sonic Mania, on those lines. That's coming in autumn. You had a Zenless Zone Zero.
Yeah, I think I got it.
Holy
No,
shit!
it's still helium.
Yeah.
Still
Helium,
helium.
bro.
Fuck, you're kidding me.
Not kidding you,
No,
bro.
it's still helium, dude.
dude,
Damn.
dude, you're fine.
Are you? Come on, seriously.
That's
You are
true,
fine now.
Jerry.
All right, 100%.
Okay,
Legit,
Jerry,
you're
let me
good,
ask this
you're
question.
Am I
good.
good?
Yeah,
Are
you're
you?
good.
Do you trust
Okay.
those two fools, or do you
Okay.
trust the one that
Wow,
asked you to be
Jerry,
the
well, you know,
godparent?
No,
I
don't
don't
even. You know
know.
you would play on that any time that you could. So do
Screw
not
you.
play. You
Screw
would.
you. Okay, now here
I'm
we
just
go.
saying.
Here we go. I got it now.
Would you trust these two fools, or would you trust the one
Okay,
that said,
sweet.
"Hey, will you be the godparent"?
You'll okay.
You know?
So okay, so it was guys use.
Don't even play. Don't even play. You know that he would
User
take
error.
advantage of that
Jesus, look
trust.
at
I
Matt
know, I
laughing
know,
too.
no, I know.
when it was
You
possible.
guys sucked it. Wait, no, seriously. Do I sound
You're a little low on the gain. Like
Okay,
I can't hear
okay,
you that
that's
loud,
okay.
but you're good. You're no longer helium.
okay? Good.
Yeah, you're no longer
So,
Chip and Dale.
Yeah, so it's taking just a little finesse, but okay, that was user error. One of the touchpads was on. It was the pitch up effect. So that's my bad. I accidentally touched one of the touchpads. I'm still figuring this out. So right now I'm just keeping everything connected. But
Ladies and
okay.
gentlemen, this is why you read
So
the
annoying.
instruction manual when you get it.
I am. I'm figuring it out. Like
This
I'm
is
not,
your-
He's
this is
reading it
your
as he
Apple
goes.
genius.
yeah. I'm
Yes.
not. You know.
This is
just
the
saying.
person
He didn't
giving
reach
Vision
the, he
Pro
didn't reach
demos.
the part. Check to make sure you didn't touch the touchpad for pitch up.
so I
You
like
try turning it on and off again, bro.
classic me, classic. I say, yeah. Oh, that makes me so angry. I knew you would say that. It's so funny.
I
love
mean,
it.
if
Funny.
Apple doesn't work out, I'm sure you could get a job as a Geek Squad.
Ouch. Ouch.
Damn.
Oh, you're so
damn.
funny. Cheers.
I
Cheers
mean,
to that.
Respect
Or-
to Geek Squad. At least they
I
actually
know.
fix computers rather than just replace them all like Apple does.
Ooh, that's true too. You know,
Can't speak
you know
on
the,
that
the next
matter.
phone's coming out. What, 2 weeks?
I
Oh,
do
probably.
not
know.
I don't know.
You know,
I don't
every
know.
every
Do not
every,
know.
other, every other
Anyways.
month.
So-
That-
Something like that.
Anyway, so they
than-
showed
than
off,
Marvel.
All right.
Oh,
So they
God,
showed
you're
off
so
Foam
annoying.
Stars, which we can all agree it is a Splatoon clone.
Yes.
Yup.
Then we got Dave the Diver. They're doing a Godzilla crossover, which that actually makes sense for the game, right? Then they showed off a game called V Rising. Then announced Silent
yeah.
Hill: The Short Message, which is out now, free to play. Silent Hill 2.
Sweet.
I don't know if it's a remake or a remaster, but it's just Silent Hill 2. You've got a game called Judas, which looks like it starts in space. It's from the guys who built and made BioShock.
Yeah, that one looks good. I might be checking that one out.
Metro Awakening VR, Legendary Tales VR, Dragon's Dogma
Oh,
2,
yeah.
which is coming March 22nd.
That's looking better and better, dude.
Oh yeah, I mean it looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Then you've got Rise of the Ronin, which is coming from Team Ninja. That'll be released on March 22nd. We're getting a on nobody's bingo card was Until Dawn getting a remaster.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
unnecessary. I mean, it looks amazing
It looks
Like,
amazing.
because it's going to use a new Unreal Engine, but
Yep.
I don't think it's needed.
it's not needed. Like,
It's kind of a
new
waste of
game.
resources.
Again,
It's
it's like I mean, I guess, but you got to figure there's not a lot of people that may have played it on.
I mean,
PS4
it's
because
been
even
out
the
all
still
earlier
over
looks
decade,
good in
bro.
its original state
Oh,
too.
it does. Yes,
So I
it
mean, like,
absolutely
there's
does.
just no point. Like, maybe you do a new marketing thing, sure, or actually add it again to like PS Plus or something. Like,
We already
you
got
don't
it for
always have to-
PlayStation Plus.
Yeah,
I know, but
yeah.
you can re-add it in order
That's
for
true.
more people to get it.
Um,
Doesn't always have to be singular games or once every 5 years at rotation.
Then you got Death Stranding 2 coming next year. Norman Reedus is back for it, along with Troy Baker.
Looks sick.
It looks just as jacked up as the first one.
I have enough time to finish the first before the second.
I thought you already finished the first before.
Oh,
No, I got like a quarter of the way, and then
he got to
Jerry,
the third, like
finishing a
the third
game?
major area.
Come on,
In
Theo.
Jerry's defense, he's been finishing games lately.
Lately,
oh yeah, thank you, Theo.
Late-
Fair enough.
Lately?
Fair
Come
enough.
on now.
Fair enough. I'll give you that. I'll give you that one, bro.
We're talking
Um,
about anybody that
That was
doesn't
bait.
finish
That was
games. We
bait.
can look at
no
me.
one took it.
I haven't
on you,
finished a
Jason.
game in like a
Oh, don't wait.
decade.
don't wait. Hey, Jason, I mean, I'm gonna make my comment here in a second, but
Oh God.
um,
Oh God.
and then
Oh,
at the end of the state of play, you had it was announced Fizzant. It's a new IP. It's gonna be an action espionage game, which we all know Hideo Kojima basically built that genre of games
Yeah.
with Metal Gear. But it's gonna be an interactive game and it's gonna be a movie too. So I'm thinking it's like that Quantum Break, similar to that on that's the way it sounds, right? Because Quantum Break, right? You play the game, you
But
interact with
he
it,
did
and
emphasize
then you have
that
the
this is not a
movie
Metal Gear
piece.
game.
It was very
but it's an
theatrical.
espionage,
Yep.
much like an espionage. Like so,
Yeah.
he did want to
Yep.
like make it clear as well at the announcer, like this is
Yep.
not a Metal Gear game.
And
But
then
that would kind of disappoint me then if it does kind of follow with Quantum Break. I don't know if you guys played it, but I played a decent amount of it. I mean, like, yes, there is some freedom on certain parts, but not actually like important parts.
yeah.
So I wouldn't see any differential in playthroughs other than like some fights.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's going to be
We'll see.
just that a movie. It's
mean-
going to be linear for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see though. I mean, knowing Hideo though, I mean, he had to put a save point in the middle of a cutscene. So,
Which is kind of sad.
I mean,
Which is kind of sad
Like,
at the same
oh
point
my
when you think
God.
about it.
Cutscene,
It's like,
man,
the
like-
cutscene's so long. We don't want them to start over. Let's put a save point so they can
correct.
just
That's-
cut through.
So, but Hideo is pretty much game design royalty. He's like Miyamoto, right? That
Right.
we all know who he does. Whether you like their games or not, you have to respect what they've given to the industry.
Mhm.
So,
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that. Now, thankfully, Jerry did finish Final Fantasy VII Remake. So the state of play today, all of that information was still fresh in his mind because he actually finally finished it. But
So annoying.
so we got a, what was it, 20-minute state of play today for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We got a new trailer that included cinematics and some gameplay in it. Now the one big thing that we did see in it is Roche is back. Now we haven't gotten any confirmation on whether or not it is Austin back to voice the role. I would hope so. But
NDA.
but
I want to see
NDA.
NDA.
Oh, okay.
Because here's the thing, right? Is until Square gives all of the voice actors, including we know John's back as Barrett. I mean, they've been talking
Yeah.
about it. We know Brianna White is back and Cody is back and whatnot. But the other smaller roles, we don't know who's back to voice them until Square says, "Hey, go for it, go talk about it." But
True.
that being said, it's nice to see that they've brought Roche back because that was a new character added to the FF7 universe that he got a little screen time, but not enough. And we're getting a little bit more. I love the fact he's like, I'm not going to be upstaged by you twice, And then we got to see Sid, Vincent, Elena from the Turks. We got to see the Tiny Bronco, which everybody who's played the original FF7 knows you get to kind of you take the Tiny Bronco and you go out in the ocean with it before you really get to the airships and stuff. The game is going to be taking place from the Midgar Escape that ended in Remake, and it's going to take you all the way up to the Forgotten Capital. So we know the third game is going to be from the Forgotten Capital all the way to the end. The conversations, like in the original game, are now going to matter for your gold saucer date, and you're going to have more options for the date now. So it's not just going to be Barrett and Aerith from the original. You're going to be able to date all those in your party based on your conversations. You're going to have team synergy, which is also based on some of the conversations, interactions you have with everybody. It kind of looked similar, like your leveling up system for those synergies looked a lot like the sphere grid from FF10, just the way it kind of branches out. They did release a demo today for it, and it's also going to have feedback for kind of like we got to experience with Astro's Playroom, where you get to feel like the road through the controller, and you're gonna have adaptive triggers. So Jason, you're more of a FF fan than some of us.
Really? No.
Square Enix,
Never.
hire
I
me
mean-
any day, I
mean-
will quit my job. I will relocate. I will live
I mean,
in my
Jason
car
and I
if need be.
could kind of go toe to toe when it comes to Final Fantasy knowledge and
Don't believe him,
fandoms of
Square.
Enix.
Don't believe him,
there's a
Square.
few
He
that
never
there's a
goes
few
by
that I
your
don't
booth
like,
at
and-
any of the E3s that we were ever at. He never went
But-
by it. It was like
but-
it was like there was a restraining order against him.
No, the restraining order was against Jerry.
No,
Because
the
he
restraining
said
order
the
is
game
against
was
the
never
rest of
gonna
the
come out.
E3, man.
Yeah.
Like I would just be stuck in in there, and be like, "Hey, what's up, guys? Like, oh,
But
where's Jay? Oh, we know where he's
He's-
at."
Hey,
Don't
at
know.
least we could. At least it made it easy to find you.
Yeah, it really
right?
did make it easy.
we
It's
didn't
like,
have to get on the
we never
intercom
had
and
to
go,
pull
hey,
out the phone and see, like, dude, where are you at? Like,
Where you
no.
at?
or we didn't have to have like
No,
the intercom.
no.
It's like,
you're at the
dude, we'll
store
see
with
you in
mom and
5
dad.
minutes.
Let's go get
The
Jay
texts
real
were
quick.
really like, hey, dude, are you playing or are you back in line? That's usually like, no matter what, we knew you were there.
Yep.
We just needed to know the capacity.
Right.
And never a bathroom break. Never. Always held
No.
Always surprised. Yeah.
it.
Never really saw you take a bathroom.
Because he never drank anything.
Bruh. When you in the
Drink
zone, man. You
anything.
in the zone.
That's right. That's right.
Oh.
So
He had his
anyway,
routine. He made sure that he prepped like his bathroom before the doors open and then nothing for the rest of the day.
Yep. dude, he wouldn't even get anything at Starbucks when we'd go for our Starbucks run because he was just
I don't
like,
drink coffee though, man.
they don't
like,
have just coffee there.
they have 95% coffee, and like when we'd go every day, I would get one thing, and then I'd be like, what, I don't want to have this again. Like, give me a break.
Honestly,
Did you
like
ever-
to that
did you
point
just
though,
get a
I haven't
cider or
even.
something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
every
you
time
got a
I would just
cider
get
every
the
time, yeah,
apple
that's it.
cider. That's it.
Next
Like,
time, let's get him a hot chocolate
they,
kid
they,
tent.
they have,
Next
they
time
got
we go.
water bottles and
Kid
stuff,
temp?
yeah, and I had
What
a
is
Izzy.
kid
I had an
juice?
Izzy one time.
I
you
don't know,
like-
Dude, have you
Yes.
never heard of that?
Oh, that's right.
No, I've
Is it-
never
you
heard
never
of
heard of
kid
Kid
temp. Uh-uh.
It's a little
What?
bit. It's not as like scalding hot water for your hot drinks, so you can give them to your kid.
I understand that. Like, I mean, it's
Kid
in the
temp.
name,
Oh,
but I
yeah,
just
yeah.
didn't know that was a thing.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
So anyway, so Jason, what do you think about what they showed for Rebirth?
This is the thing. I haven't watched it. You know why? Because I know I'm gonna buy it anyway. So like I don't
You
get.
say-
I want to be fully surprised.
Fully surprised.
Honestly,
No,
like
zero
I already know
judgment.
it's coming out on Leap Day. I have to work that day. That's okay. But like
It's okay.
I will
He'll be
I'll be
playing
off
it
Sunday.
Thursday
So
night.
Sunday, maybe I'll call out Monday, and then Tuesday I'll have a 3-day weekend, maybe, possibly, and just bang it out.
ladies
like,
and gentlemen, you
finish
did
it.
We'll
not
play it
hear
Wednesday
that.
night.
You did not hear that here.
Nah, I mean, like I'm excited to play it, so I'm not even gonna like tease myself, with all these trailers, all these little gameplay footage, because I don't want to have what happened like with Uncharted and stuff, where like I see it and I'm like, okay,
Or like, when am I getting to this part? that
Yeah, when am I gonna
am
get to this part?
anticipating for this?
or like, oh, I remember that, and then I'm like, oh, that's gonna like totally ruin it for me. Like I am so looking forward to Gold Saucer that just seeing the picture of Gold Saucer is
Dude.
enough. Where it's like, yo, I'm in.
Gold Saucer looks pretty.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like it's going to be so much fun to be in. Like, and I hope they have so many mini games. I hope the mini games are like godlike in there, because I spent like, I kid you not, maybe like 100 hours as a kid just playing mini games.
No way.
Mhm.
Well, not 100, but I mean like
I spent
a solid 24 hours of like,
I
Mhm.
put some decent time in the mini games if I remember for 7.
Mhm.
yeah.
But
And
yeah,
those
yeah.
things are just so much fun, man. Like,
Yeah.
snowboarding
Do me
all
a favor,
day.
turn yourself up, man. Turn yourself up.
Seeing how many basketball
Turn it
shots
up,
you get
dude.
in a row, bro. You gotta
Right.
get them hoops on.
Oh,
You gotta.
sorry.
Pump up the volume.
That's it. Just whoop, bam.
Yep.
Sink it.
So they did show kind of like you walking up for the G bike game and stuff, and that
See,
looked cool.
like, I
Um,
hope those mini games are there. I hope they're better. I hope you can play the Fort Condor mini game as well. Like we had it, and I want it to be expanded. You know, it was in Intergrade. I want it to be like even more in
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully.
Rebirth.
we'll definitely see. So, it'll be. I'm eagerly waiting to see the voice cast announcements, like the official announcements, because if they did not bring back Austin, I'd be upset.
I would be upset too.
agreed. Totally
Yeah.
agree.
Because he is
I mean,
Roche.
there's a
He's
little
awesome.
bit of bias, but still agreed.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Okay. Well, okay, let's be honest. There's a lot of bias there. It's not just a little; it's a lot.
Wow.
Because
I mean, we love Austin.
Austin's fam. Austin's fam. You know,
But he's also
Um,
awesome. So there's just that. That's the whole point.
He's good at what
That'd
he
be like-
does. Plain and
that'd be
simple.
like him getting a deal for Megaton Girl as like an actual cartoon, and them not
Yes.
casting him as Megaton.
Oh my
Girl,
God.
Yeah, right.
You know, as the roles, right? That'd be like dumb. So,
We want to
um,
rip into that company as bad as possible.
so we got a couple weeks until FF7 Rebirth comes out. Because I don't have my PS5 yet, I won't have it I'll probably have it closer to when the game comes out. So I'm not even going to mess with the demo, unless it's one of those things like FF15, where if you play the demo, you earn stuff to carry into the game with you.
Mm,
Oh,
Because with
you're carrying it for free.
FF15, right, if you played the demo, you got Carbuncle as a summon.
That's right.
So that carried over into the game with you. So
nice. Okay.
we'll see as far as that goes. Now the one thing I do want to really talk about tonight is that there's now rumors and that Xbox is looking to bring quite a few of their first party titles to PlayStation and potentially Switch. Now we talked about this
Interesting.
before, where
No more Xbox
Hi-Fi-
exclusive.
well, it goes bigger than that with some of these rumors that are out there. But you have Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves are the first rumored ones up to go to the games. However, depending on what rumor you listen to, Halo's on the list.
I was
Gears
gonna
of
say,
War
if
is
they-
on the
if-
list.
If they want hype, they need to put the big titles. in.
Microsoft Flight Simulator, Forza. And there is a rumor, depending on which one you believe, right? And I want to preface this is all a grain of salt, because Phil Spencer's come out and said that they're going to give a business update next week that lets everybody know what the future plans are for Xbox. Okay. So Xbox has realized that this rumor, whatever leak it came out of, is really getting at it, like growing in size, and they need to address it quickly, right? Instead of just let it fester out there like some of the rumors do. But
They say they should lean into it and say it was
They
their
are-
idea.
one of the rumors is that they may be abandoning the actual physical console market altogether.
Do it.
Interesting.
Do it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We're
Here's
not gonna have an Xbox box or like Rebirth box.
so
Rebirth box.
I don't know. Like
It's just because we were talking about
the
Rebirth.
Xbox remake.
Yeah,
Um,
Xbox
he's wondering what the
remake.
the next name will
No
be.
more speaker box, and then it's going to be like the juke box.
I mean, we already have the toaster. Here's my take on it. I think
What
that
else is next? What else would really be next? Really?
I mean, they already had the refrigerator and the toaster. They just need to keep going through the kitchen appliances. So the dishwasher, the oven,
Okay, so your
the
toasters,
blender.
Also speaker box. Right. You're right. The refrigerator. Oh man, you're right. They just need to keep going with kitchen appliances.
just go.
Yeah.
So
Panini
here's
maker. Panini
here's my
press.
thoughts. I think they need to get out of the console, like the actual manufacturing the consoles, right? Because they have never made a profit off of the console, right?
That's insane.
And that goes back to the original Xbox, where they've made their money is on the games and the Xbox Live service, and Game Pass and stuff. We know Phil Spencer wants everybody to play games wherever they want to be, right? They're already working on integrations into a smart TV, so you have xCloud already built in. So all people have to do is just get a controller and sync it to their TV, and they're good, right? So I think one, right, and I get Xbox fans are up in absolute arms And it was the same way for PlayStation fans when PlayStation announced they were going to start putting games on PC, right? It was all up in arms. We're going to lose, PlayStation, whatever it is, right? But my argument is this: is wouldn't you rather be making more money off of your games so you can continue developing great games?
I mean,
That's just, I mean, it's just more revenue.
that's the problem with Microsoft right now. What you just said, Matt.
They haven't been putting
Tell
out
me,
great
tell me a
games.
good game they've put out lately.
When was there a great game?
Yeah, that's the
in
problem.
the last decade, to
And
be
don't
honest.
say Call of
wait,
Duty.
hold
'Cause
on,
that's
hold on,
don't say Call of
hold on.
Duty because we have hundreds of millions of people that just blindly buy it.
Oh, I'm talking about internal, actual
Like
what
a
was
good game.
Xbox Studios, right?
Yeah.
So hold on, Theo, you said decade.
Yeah, that would qualify as a great game.
Within the
Okay.
decade.
I need a little bit more latitude on that, please.
Latitude.
Just give me a great game. A great game. That's
That wasn't made by. Hold on,
Valid request.
that's within the last 2 generation of consoles.
that wasn't made by Bungie.
Sure, if it made by Bungie, but we know
Honestly,
that
no,
Bungie's
I think
not with Microsoft
me-
exclusive anymore.
For me, it's Forza, right? As far as great game, right?
Okay.
Okay.
If you're looking
They're
at other
saving
stuff,
grace.
their saving grace is Forza. The last good Halo was Reach, and the reason that was still good was because Bungie made it. It wasn't 343. Because we know once 343 got their hands on it,
I would argue that Destiny made quite an impact. The first one when it came out.
But Destiny was multiplayer. That was Bungie as their own. It had nothing to do with Xbox at that point.
Oh, that's true.
Because
But
with Reach, right?
but at the same time, no offense to your examples, is that they were originally great games when they first came out, and it's just putting a little bit more shine on it in order to continue it. So that would still not, in my mind, reach the decade part.
Well, no, that's why I said I need a little latitude because I need to go backwards. Because
okay.
once 343
I thought you
took
needed
over,
leniency on the great part.
No, I needed leniency, sir, on how long we could go back, because once 343 started up and got a hold of Halo 4 and then Halo Guardians and then Infinite, right? It's been going downhill since, right? It hasn't been good. And what's part of this rumor,
has been completely forgotten, I think.
There's a hardcore community, and the online community has gotten better, for the actual PvP stuff.
Because I heard that got toxic too.
But it is now on this list, though, is Starfield. That after they release the DLC for Xbox, Starfield is potentially coming to PS5, which is ironic because the whole reason Microsoft went out and bought Bethesda is because Starfield was originally going to be a PlayStation exclusive. So Microsoft went out and bought it and made it an Xbox exclusive.
We all know how that turned out.
I mean, that's kind of a good play. That's kind of a good play in my mind. It's just it's like saying I'm gonna buy up all the ice cream, but then I'm gonna let you guys have some because I'm a good guy.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is why spend the amount of money to buy Bethesda itself?
As you got the money.
Yeah,
when you could have just bought the exclusivity rights for just the game.
Why buy the milk when you get the cow, right, bro?
That sounds practical and smart rather than a flex.
But let's also look at those moves here. Maybe they've been planning on getting out of the console
and becoming a publisher. What is Activision?
Exactly. So
I mean, they bought a bunch of publishers. Why do you need to go to a publisher? Become a publisher.
Because you own the publisher now. So first, and that was the argument that Jim Ryan had, right? Is that if that deal went through, PlayStation would not supply the dev kits like they should, because you're now supplying the publisher, who is also a console manufacturer, with your dev kits.
Okay.
Right. So that was his argument. Now, along with these rumors, is that Xbox Studios have been ramping up on their PS5 dev kits. So that's where a lot of this is coming into play. So honestly, I think that we all
I
know.
think it's
I mean,
a good thing.
I think it's a good thing. Like, we honestly know that
Unfortunately, but yeah,
from
I
a
think so.
console perspective, let's take the games out of the equation right now. From a console perspective, ever since Matrick had that bomb of an E3 presentation and with Xbox One, right? Xbox has not recovered
No.
from that. And this is almost like looking like Sega did, where when they dropped Dreamcast on everybody at E3 and said, "Oh, by the way,
Well, hey,
this is in
there's-
stores today." We didn't
Mhm.
get a chance to review games or anything like that. It's just like, "Oh, by the way, it's here." So I think going the publisher route
It's a bold move back
is a
then, too.
bold move.
Real
Bold move,
Yeah.
Godden.
Now the question
move,
is
Cotton.
though,
Smart
Yep.
move.
is do you bring
Smart move.
Game Pass to PlayStation and make those games a part of Game Pass, or do you sell them separately?
Separate.
I see them
Absolutely
doing
separate.
At least, yeah. Unfortunately, my hope would be Game Pass. I would really hope Game Pass. Like I would, because I would totally jump on that. But
I like,
Why
granted,
would
I
you
don't
sell?
know the
Why would you
numbers.
sell the thing that's making you the most money right now?
exactly,
Yeah. But I mean, like, I don't know the numbers. I still feel like Game Pass is a loss for the company rather than selling games separately. Like, because you got so many kids and adults that are streamers these days that just play at least like 10 hours a day and
And
blast
they're
through games all the
exclusively on
freaking
one
time.
console, if they're on
Yeah.
a PS5, yeah, that's what I agree, Theo.
I think Game Pass, you're not making money. So if they want to make money, do some physical, as you guys
agree.
love, but make them separate.
I agree. I think they would go separate. Although my hope would be Game Pass. I would love that,
No.
but
No way.
I
No way.
I think they would go.
But I also feel like it's
single.
I feel like it's a good move, but I also feel like you can look at it either way in this way with
They
the
can- they
with
can
respects to
slow
the
play it.
console war, is that they either gave up or they immediately went neutral and became Sweden.
Just straight up Sweden.
and slow playing their integration of their inventory.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I can. That's I agree. They would go one by one. Or well, yeah,
I
physically.
I think like when you look at Microsoft as a whole, right? We're talking the entire company, not just the Xbox division. They are a service orientated company.
Yeah. They
You
started
know,
it with Microsoft Office. That was their first really like major subscription.
and it's done wonders for them. You look at Azure,
Which
you know, as far as the cloud environment.
cloud environment. I hate it for the average consumer. For businesses, sure. I hate it for the average consumer. I am not paying monthly for Microsoft Word ever. Ever. Nor do I ever want PowerPoint to be included, but it is, and because I'm never going to use it. And I mean,
Was
yeah.
the other one
Excel,
Oh, yeah.
Word, Excel, Outlook,
Word,
OneDrive.
PowerPoint,
Outlook,
Teams.
Outlook.
$7 a month.
Damn, dude.
I don't want to
Yeah.
pay $7 a month, even though that's half of a streaming subscription, or even on the
Streaming-
lower
you
than
streaming
half.
Excel,
even
bro.
lower than half.
You
But,
gonna be
like,
streaming
pay a one-time
Excel,
price or
like
a year price or something.
I
but
mean, think about that,
that's
right?
annoying.
I'm gonna be.
They
I'm gonna
want you to
be-
pay for a
instead of adding
spreadsheet.
things to my queue. I'm gonna write it down in Excel.
yeah, bro. Come on, man. Like, have you seen the Excel those Excel tournaments? Those things are legit.
Actually, I
They're
have.
legit.
And
Those
there
things
is
are
a
legit.
thing.
That thing
It
is
is
crazy.
a thing,
That's
and
not a
it's
thing.
so weird.
And
That's not a. What do they do? They
It is a thing that they're doing.
Dude,
They
it is
do
a thing. It's an Excel
visualizations.
tournament.
Their
Peloton,
time,
like-
yeah, dude, it's a thing. You get like supplied a certain amount of data, and you're supposed to do stuff like analyze and everything and show off what you can
and
do. With
honestly, Theo
it.
and
They do it with
I,
a Tableau too.
Matt, would that be like your mecca? I don't know. What like?
Fuck
Dude,
you.
dude. Honestly, if you are like
He
needs to work
shelving
on his
out,
speed
if you
runs
are
for that.
shelving out,
I'm
that
just
is
saying,
like
you-
the
you'd
Super
be
Bowl of
like-
it.
You gotta be in heaven. You'd be organizing everything. Like,
okay, just because the student surpassed the master,
Hey, now
some
I would
ways.
not say you surpassed me yet.
I don't know. We haven't seen each other's
But-
designs in a while.
but
Hey,
do-
Oh,
when's
I
the
don't care
last
about
time
what if-
visualizations. I have fully automated processes. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Jay,
Well,
honestly, if you have
um,
time to watch one, dude, it's pretty
dude,
much they have like
That's
5
hilarious.
questions
Curious
that they
now,
have
like,
to.
I
They have
legit,
commentators and
Yeah, they have
everything.
commentators and everything, and like, but
It's
they're given
basically-
like 5, like they're given a prompt, and then they have
Mhm.
like 10 questions overall of
Uh-huh.
like
it's
data
Evo
that they need
for Excel.
of data.
the best way to put it.
Oh my god! Can you just
I am
picture
so
like
curious.
the level of enthusiasm of Evo at an Excel tournament?
Oh, bro.
Like, oh, he put in dollar signs. Oh,
Do you see him
what's
just
going on?
just copy paste that whole column? Oh my
Like, you're going up
god!
like, hey,
Oh
what's
my
up, dude?
god!
How's it going? Hey, did you see the new update? Like, yeah, it's terrible.
Like,
right?
did he just
Like,
delete that
the
row? Is he cheating? Does he have macros in his
Oh my
mouse?
God. Dude, I
What's
have
going on?
questions now.
Where's the
I'm-
regulations?
I'm
Yeah.
legitimately curious
So-
now.
You have to go look them
Bro,
up.
yeah,
Dude,
you have
I
to-
saw
you
him
have
on
to watch
TikTok
them,
and it's
bro.
hilarious. Anyways,
That's funny.
but back to Xbox, right? I think the services with where Phil Spencer wants the company to, like his vision, it's a smart move. One,
yeah,
you're
it's
going
totally
to
smart
make more
move.
money because I don't know about you guys, but like for me, for instance, you give me the Master Chief Collection on PlayStation, here's my $60. You give
See-
me Forza
Wow.
on PlayStation, here's my
Absolutely
$70.
down.
See, now I think that if they want to make an even bigger move and really like disrupt everything, is if they try to overrun all the e-stores for all platforms. So replace Steam, replace Nintendo's e-store, replace PlayStation Plus, and it's all the same store that is all Xbox. I have a feeling that might come down the road.
I
have a
see.
fe-
I saw a TikTok about that. Actually, that theory.
Oh, did you?
that
Okay.
Not necessarily
I
replacing
promise
like
I didn't
Nintendo.
see it. That's just
Well, no, it's not necessarily replacing Nintendo, right? But they would basically be bringing in, Blizzard and all of like BattleNet, all of that stuff, bringing in under one store,
I could
Yeah.
see
all
that.
under the Xbox brand. So like
I could
Xbox
see,
would no
like,
longer be a
yeah.
console,
and,
but
and
a
if they can do that and do
marketplace.
and if they can heavily lean into crossplay, where granted it might be per account, so that's going to be the hard part for consumers, because if you share your games
Yeah.
like with like we have with PlayStation before,
Mhm.
but if you have it to where you can do crossplay and you have the multiple consoles, an individual that buys it and can play it on any platform that they want and just purchase at once, it would be a huge thing. Granted, I could see some uproar with families because you're gonna have to be paying a lot or sharing passwords. Netflix, I hate you. But
Disney.
Disney, yeah, I hate
They're
you.
going.
I
Disney
I saw
is
that
going
too.
to that now.
It's coming in March.
heard that
They already
too.
started with new accounts is that you can't share, or they're monitoring it. But yeah, but I could see that being down the road. I think that could be a big move, possibly a good move, depending on how they go about it. But I think this Xbox news has the potential of seeing an end to the console war, is my belief.
Also agree. I hopefully if all the everything aligns, yes. And yeah, it is kind of unfortunate to see one of the one of the titans fall, unfortunately, but I also do think the idea of an Xbox or a Microsoft store in that capacity, I think that could work too, because
Well, that's what I was kind of saying with, because you said a Titan fell. Like, I feel like it can be looked at either ways. Like, they either fell or they're like, okay, I'm gonna be a team player now.
True. But I just say like a Titan fell because in the sense, the way they kind of came into the game market, was also a gamble, and it worked for a while. It was unfortunate because they solidified, I would say they solidified their place on top, like with Nintendo and Sony, and the way they unveiled themselves and came out, they had their problems with the first controller, but now that's something, not ostracized that anymore. It's kind of like an endearing quality, like, oh, remember the old general. And yeah, it's just unfortunate that like it's
No, it's the Duke. It was called the
Yeah,
Duke.
that's right, the Duke. It's just
Fucking
unfortunate
paperweight,
that like
the anchor.
it's
The
no
big
longer in
Dookie,
the
the
position that
Dookie.
it was.
Yeah, I mean-
it was one of the three, but now now it's I would say it's a larger entity. It's a publisher, so
It
now
was
its
a
main focus
gamble
is the
when they launched
yeah
because you had PlayStation, Nintendo, but Nintendo was even on the downtrodden too at that point, right?
Now, if
PlayStation was the one
now,
taking
I
over.
think they would have been in a different position if they made different choices, given the consoles at the time. Like,
Matrick, we're looking at you.
the Red Ring of Death was a tough one to
Yeah.
be. That became a whole generational kind of joke around the masses. And then of
Yeah.
course the Xbox
Um,
One, the all-in-one entertainment system. I don't think that was the best idea. I think if they went another way and just really just focused on games again, who knows? They may have had a stronger device at this point. But
I mean,
So
for me, it's
you
just,
you actually end up sparking a question that I want to ask you guys. So if they do end up going out of the console run, do you think that they would fully stop manufacturing or even designing things for games as accessories? So controllers. What if they were to design a controller for PS5 and Switch, or even other things? Do we think that that would be something that they would go down that road?
I think that's their wheelhouse. I mean, it's still said today that the Xbox controller is the best controller.
Even with the Elite,
ergonomically,
the
No.
Elite version too?
I will take
Um,
the Switch Pro controller over the Xbox controller any
God,
day.
no.
I'm
No,
saying,
no, thank
I'm
you.
saying in general, what has been tested and what has been like
I would take the Xbox Elite too.
reviewed. The Xbox
Well-
controller has been reviewed as the best ergonomically,
It's
Yeah.
too small.
comfortable
The new one
controller.
is the new
Yeah.
one's too small. I think
Well,
the
that-
last
I never
that's
tried
what's
the
been
new one.
said
Overall,
out there.
overall.
Overall, the Xbox controller is revered as the best made controller.
yeah, get smaller hands,
in
man.
all
God,
aspects. But
jeez.
I absolutely think that would be their wheelhouse. I think they
Shrink
should,
a little bit.
I think they should
the
expand.
fuck is this
more
Wonderland?
on-
No.
I think they should expand more on the accessories because that's where they, I think,
Um,
shined as well because they had their own kind of look and niche where there were products that I wanted that were just for Xbox. Like their headphones are awesome, but I would definitely say their controllers are.
I would say this:
something
they need to
should
bring
continue looking at.
their accessibility controller. I think would be
Mm.
great going
See,
to
and,
Nintendo.
and that's the other thing.
Yeah.
They had
Um,
I would agree
their
with that.
accessibility controller was amazingly done.
And I-
Continue on with that.
And we'll have to see how PlayStation's compares, right? But at face value, like the Xbox accessibility controller was amazing. Like all the different bolt-ons you could do for it, depending on what
Configurations,
your
Yeah.
disability and stuff was, it was great. So,
And
real
now they can
quick,
spend more time on those type of things and those accessories too.
so
I
I
hopefully it's
do
a
want to
good
show
thing.
Jason this really quick.
There's no such
because
thing
this-
as real quick with us. There's no such thing.
I know.
Well, this this drops a little about 90 minutes ago.
You've been
Yep,
making him
yep.
hold
This came out today, yeah.
Ooh.
July 19th through 21st.
Yep.
What? What the
I
hell?
did.
No.
I had to request
No.
those days off.
That I believe that's during San Diego Comic-Con
Yeah,
as
that's
well. I'm
Comic-Con.
looking that up right now.
I think
It's okay.
it's-
Um,
it's-
so real
it-
quick,
It's not like you guys
uh,
gonna meet up with me anyways. You guys
So
will be in
we're
San
looking at,
Diego. I'll be in Vegas, baby.
Rude.
We're looking at the lineup for Evo
Rude.
taking place July 19th through the 21st in Vegas.
Very
They've
cool.
announced you're getting Street Fighter, Tekken 8, Guilty Gear, Grand Blue Fantasy, Under Night in Birth,
Yep.
Mortal
It's a week
Kombat
before.
1,
It's the week
MK1.
before.
King of Fighters 15, and Third Strike.
Right here, baby. Third Strike. Third Strike is coming back. I might be actually participating.
Ooh.
What?
You
No, I-
participate,
I
son.
want to see. I want to see
Yo,
footage. I want
I
to
So
see.
am
it's
excited for Third
It's a
Strike.
week before San Diego Comic-Con, so maybe I gotta strike up a conversation with Jason, and maybe I extend
Bro.
some vacation time and
Bro, come on.
Oh.
slowly
Hey,
make my way to
Theo, think about it this
California.
way. Think about it this way. I already got one of the rupees. They're like, I've been hounding them ever since last year, and they're like, yeah,
Oh, no way.
yeah. So
Oh,
I
sweet.
might be getting Justin from the rupees. I might be meeting up with them. We're gonna go
Sweet.
crazy.
That's
We'll
gonna
go
be
party.
awesome.
It's Vegas, baby. No.
Oh, that's gonna be fun,
So-
dudes. Okay, cool.
All
We'll
right,
be talking, Jason. We'll be talking.
Jason, what you been playing?
So as per usual, last week I told you guys that I was gonna platinum Death's Door, and therefore I did.
With the
Nice.
umbrella.
Yes, with the
Yeah,
umbrella. It was
man.
it,
Boy.
So the first run through, because I was having fun with it, I played it and I was just balling out strength wise, hack and slash like crazy. Second run through, since the hack and slash is like does so little damage, to put in perspective, I would kill like basic enemies in like 2 hits. It took me 7, and I was like, yeah, nah. So I just went full archery, full
Nah.
range mode, and magic, and just beat it that way. And I was like, yeah.
I forget which platform did you play it on?
PlayStation,
He
PlayStation 5.
platinumed
Okay.
it.
Yeah, platinum, bro.
You can
Platinum.
you can use the phrase platinum in other places, sir.
Can you? Can you though?
I don't know.
Can
But
you?
anyways, I did have for some reason I happened across Death's Door as a mobile game. I don't know how well that would play as a mobile game.
I think it
Oh.
wouldn't
I have
play
it on
that
Switch.
well. Yeah,
Okay.
it wouldn't play that well.
I have it on
I mean, it's
PC.
doable, but it wouldn't play that well.
I think their thumbs would get in the way.
Yeah, well, you'd have to be like a little bit quick with it, so it is what it is. But after that, we did start playing Stray, so we popped it open.
Oh, how you
nice.
liking
You
Stray
know,
so far?
It's fun, it's cute, very short. Like I
Mhm.
think we're like, if it's based on how much like of the things you find, I'm already
Where are you
like,
at right now, Jay?
Slums 2, Slums 2. So
you don't have a ton left to go.
yeah, I know.
The
Like,
Slums 2.
I mean, like, just based on the the memory crystals and stuff like that,
Mhm.
I'm almost like 2/3 done.
I'd
So
s-
I'm like,
I would say you're probably close to 75% done.
yeah, like
that
I was
point.
like, wow, this is a very short game. Which
Yeah.
we're having fun with it. It's a break
Honestly,
from
it's a
the norm.
good. I would say it's a good 4 to 6 hours total.
Oh yeah,
if
but
that.
would
I
you
mean,
say
I'm gonna try and platinum that. So
would you end up thinking that like because of the premise of the game, it's better that it's shorter rather than kind of like making you grind being a cat?
You would
Um,
have to do the controls and the gameplay would have to do eventually evolve to do more if it was longer. I think it's the right amount of time for the.
In some areas, I
Platinum
think
game.
it could have been longer. Like there were some areas that were just super short.
I don't-
A little bit longer. Maybe like you said, what 5 to 6
I would
hour
say
game.
I would say make it another hour to 2 longer, and you hit a sweet spot for me
Yeah,
with it.
like I
Um,
feel like
Because I mean,
just
like
have a
I feel
little
like
bit
with the
more
premise, if you go to
interesting
like
puzzles.
40 hours, you're gonna get bored.
Oh yeah,
that's why.
Oh, it is.
that's
There's
why I
no
just wish
way.
the gameplay
Right.
would have to
Um,
elevate to where you'd have to be able to do more things.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
But
it's
I
a
will
longer
say this.
game, But
I gotta ask you this, Jason. Have you guys just let the cat just lay down and go to sleep and just actually listen to the controller?
Yeah, and
That
is, like, the
best thing ever.
It
I have
is
to-
very
I have to bring that
relaxing,
I have to
and
put that
like
thing back on.
we had, we were having the guy play music,
Yes.
and just lay down right
Just
next
lay
to it
down and just
zoom
the
out.
purring
Oh.
is just like, oh,
or
that
even
was like
in the library.
best. Yep. Best
And
aesthetic
we're-
for that game.
Yeah, I mean it is a
Mm.
good aesthetic, and apparently I'm gonna have to do it for an hour. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a platinum that one too. It's gonna be
You
interesting.
have
it's
to
not a
listen to it
straight-
for an hour. That's
But it's
part
not
of
a straight
that's
hour
trophy?
though. It's you have to do it for a cumulative of an hour.
Yeah, cumulative an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and you
I
go
mean,
back to that
it's-
same area multiple times in the game.
Yeah,
So-
multiple areas and stuff
Oh,
too.
so it's pretty easy then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, the hardest part of the platinum is just the speed run. You have to
Correct.
beat it. You have to beat it in 2 hours,
Oh,
which,
wow.
which is
Okay.
which I can see can be difficult. But again, it's just depending. Like there are some spots where like we're just tripping out. We're having a little bit of fun, more fun than we should. And I for me, I just wish that some of the like sections or some of the puzzles slash things to do was a little bit more interactive, a little bit more like haha, funny. Like,
Uh-huh.
because I just been like knocking everything off every shelf. Like,
Yep.
why not? You know, because I'm a cat. I can do whatever I want. But
Yeah, I have 40
but,
It's
like,
not,
I
it's
wish
not
that
as
there was some-
satisfying when you don't have a person telling you no, stop
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Don't do
I
it.
wish
Yeah,
there
oh,
was
yeah,
Don't
like
do
that
it.
little section where it's
Don't.
like where they're like, "Oh my god, stop!" or
Don't-
like,
don't you do it. Yeah.
but there's
Yeah,
not.
it's not
No.
it's not a terribly hard trophy list.
No, no.
Right. I did 50% of it in one run.
Yeah.
So
Oh, sweet.
And like I said, the only one that
Um,
I saw that posed a difficult threat was the speed run, which
complete the
Yeah.
game less than 2 hours. There's sleep for an hour. There's a couple hidden trophies I needed for it, but
yep.
yeah.
So I mean that's what we're playing right now. We're just enjoying it. Really taking
It's a
our time
cute
with
little
it.
game though
Yeah.
from that
It is.
studio.
I-
So
If I didn't get it on sale, I don't think I would have been appreciative of buying it for
I-
such a high price.
when I had it for PlayStation Plus the premium,
Hmm.
I got it for free.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
as
okay.
part of that. So
Yeah, for us we got it
Honestly,
for $20, so we're like, yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
have I wouldn't have bought
got
it
that
for
Black
40.
Friday.
Yeah.
It was
Bought-
I
bought
think
that one.
it was too high at 40 for me.
Yeah.
I think 20 to 30 would have been better. So
Yeah. $20. That's what we got it
Black Friday
at.
deal.
So we're like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
so you playing anything else?
Other than those two, no, not right now. Just those two. We finished off Spy X Family today, so we're all
Mhm.
caught up. We just have to wait for the
Nice.
movie. And then
Right.
you know where there's a
I hope
few
it's an actual
shows.
movie though. I hope they don't pull a Demon Slayer.
See, I don't know if it's going to be canon or not. That's what everybody's like. It might be, it might not be.
Yeah.
It might have to do with some of the things, but I mean, all of season 2 right now of Spy Family
Mhm.
was more like it felt like filler.
Just,
Yep.
yeah, it's just cutesy.
Like the
right.
whole.
They need
season
to
2.
progress the actual story. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you?
exactly.
I have still been playing Destiny as usual.
Mhm.
I did manage this past week to actually solo a dungeon on all 3 characters. However, I did not solo flawless them, so still working on that.
Mm,
But it was my first time ever soloing or even finishing Pit of Heresy, so I feel accomplished.
nice, bro.
Nice.
Doing some raids, trying to catch up on stuff. So I'm taking advantage of this 4-month essential break of new stuff in order to catch up on stuff, I guess.
Nice.
Sweet. Okay. Cool.
Jerry?
I've been doing mostly I've just been kind of gauging with Last of Us. I've been kind of getting back into it. It's
Oh,
been
I thought you were
fun.
going to say you've been playing with Roadcaster.
I have. I'm. That's
Yeah, he's hitting the
that's a
touchpad.
read. Yeah. You guys are so annoying.
Bet you love us.
Yes. I've been playing around with that, and then yeah, just mostly diving into Last of Us. Kind of wanted to focus on that. Once I finish that, I kind of want to knock out a couple of my backlog. And that's the focus right now.
This first part 1 or part 2?
2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I want to finish this and then maybe finish one other game, kind of knock down my backlog a little bit, and then get ready for Final Fantasy. It's
Nice.
gonna be
Yeah, I
lot
think
of
that's what it is right now. Just playing the small games so I can
Yeah.
Catching up.
catch
Yeah.
up a little bit.
fun.
for
Also,
Final
kind of
Fantasy.
keep just kind of passing the time by a little
Mhm.
bit. But yeah. But Matt, what about you? The addiction.
Animal Crossing.
The addiction update.
My addiction.
Attaboy.
Addiction.
Attaboy.
So soon
Attaboy.
with the trackpads, I'll make addiction update.
Yeah. So for the most part, my island is now
You'll
completely
be in
moved.
helium too.
I'm doing some aesthetic changes, like swapping out different types of bridges, and just little tiny things here and there. But for the most part now, it's done. Like my
Did you finish the
museums-
other custom museum?
So my
You have the
Artifacts
Space
of the World.
Museum. Yeah, Artifacts of the
So
World.
I've got the Space Museum, and then I've got the Wonders of the World Museum. I pulled out my Mario one; it just didn't fit right. It just
Okay.
didn't. It
Oh.
just didn't feel right. So I did. Ended up putting in my cemetery back up in that little tiny area. It just kind
Okay.
of fit just as a nestled in right there, and kind of it was a good spot to put it.
Nice.
Understood.
Did a little bit more Mario Wonder.
Cool.
Nice.
So I'm through most of almost the last world now. And then teetered with front mission first. It just didn't connect with me like the other front missions have. So front mission is a tactical RPG, but you're in
Okay.
mechs. So think of it as Gundam meets Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, okay.
The best way to kind of put it.
Interesting.
It just
It was
didn't.
a hit and it was a hit and miss.
Yeah, I never played the original. Like when I first started playing Front Mission, it was on 3, and then going forward. So, the first one just didn't hit. It's kind of like the first Final Fantasy for me, right? The very, very original Final Fantasy just doesn't connect with me at all.
It's
Mhm.
some of the old ones are kind of
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah,
They're
4 I
rough.
think was the first one that really started kind of connecting with me. You know, the legit 4. I've never done
Okay.
5. 6 is 6 I've never
Six
finished,
is
but it kind of
godlike.
getting into that. I need to play it.
I want to say
yeah.
same with
but-
4. Like I only for the first Final Fantasy was a Super Nintendo one.
Yeah.
I
So
switched
that
for-
would 4 would be Final Fantasy 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
US
yeah,
two.
it was 2 that we got into, and then
Mine was
we immediately
FF3.
got into
on the Super NES, but
the
Yeah. Which is 6.
PlayStation. Like yeah,
Yeah.
so like 7,
But
9, 10, all those.
outside of that, just a bit of reading.
Ooh, what you
Nice.
reading?
Oh, cool.
I finished off Reggie Fils-Aimé's book, Disrupting the Game. So
Yeah.
it talks about
Already?
his. Oh yeah,
Oh,
I cranked
nice,
through
man.
that sucker. It was
Oh,
great.
cool.
So that one's done now. Now I just got to decide what my next book's going to be. I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to read Always Looking Up by Michael J. Fox. It's about how the early lives with him having Parkinson's and whatnot, and starting the Fox Foundation. But I've
Doesn't he also have a I want to say it's an Apple TV Plus original documentary on
been-
him?
I think it's a
I haven't
docu-
jumped on there.
I think it's
Yeah.
a
Oh,
documentary on
mhm.
on the release of the book or something surrounded by it.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
But I'm also toying with jumping back in and reading The Hobbit and then doing Lord of the Rings after that.
Oh, that's so
Ooh.
funny.
That's pretty cool.
I just finished Two Towers and I'm starting Return of the King.
Yeah.
Movie or
So
book?
Movies. Oh, yeah,
okay.
movies. Yeah, yeah.
I'm going
Great
I'm going
suggestion.
book.
I you know what? I think I do need to buy those books.
I have
I want to buy them digitally, but I
Darren-
also want to find some nice editions too.
I have the there and back edition of The Hobbit, which has Tolkien's drawings in it.
Ooh, that's cool.
And
Nice.
then I also have a hardbound Lord of the Rings that is literally all 3 books in one
Oh,
hardbound
wow.
edition.
That's massive.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it is. I'll have to show it to you when you come out to the house next time, Theo,
Okay.
because it's like that big. I mean, it's big.
Dang.
So, but yeah. So just
Just to be clear for any female watchers, this big is still pretty big, just so you know.
we weren't even going there. Oh my
Agreed.
god. All right. Anyways, I want to thank you for crashing game night with us tonight. If
You're welcome.
What you heard tonight, please drop us a follow here on Twitch or head on over to crashinggamenight.com. Follow us on the platform of your choosing. We are going to be updating it because I know Stitcher is no longer around and Google Podcasts is now being decommed. So there's 2 less platforms out there for us to be on. But anyways, so just with everything going on right now in the world and everything, just please be excellent to each other.
That's right, everybody. Once again, we want to spread the same message and ask very little of you, but I know it's a lot because we're not used to this, and we just want to spread more patience. Be cautious. The weather is crazy out right now, and the world is crazy. So let's try and lend out a helping hand. Let's try and be a little better. Let's do a little better and just try and help out every once in a while and be a little kinder, a little sweeter, and be safe out there, everyone. And thank you all, nerds. Thank you very much, and you guys be you.
Bro, with the weather that you're talking about, I saw a side-by-side comparison of the LA River between the 4th and the 5th.
It's crazy, right?
Oh,
one
actually got
day,
some
like-
weather going.
Dude,
now.
one day.
Bro,
Yeah,
Nuts.
we got some weather. We
Nuts.
got Cali's got some weather too, bro. No, I'm just kidding. But J Rock.
I would sooner avoid that weather than the Colorado weather.
Yeah,
Dude. It's nuts out here, and hopefully everybody that got hit devastatingly hit hard by the Pineapple Express, like San Francisco, Central California,
San Diego.
and I assume now, apparently hearing from you guys, the Colorado all the way up there, everywhere in between. Please stay safe. Please follow all the local ordinances. It is just it is a storm. It's not a hurricane like how we had a possible hurricane, but just be prepared and be aware out there. Just be careful, first and foremost, because we want to see you back. We want to see you back.
Yep.
You've been good to us. You've been good to us. So but it's be nice out there. We're the second month of 2024. We are a weekend. So
Don't
we
remind
made
me.
it.
I'm 3 weeks out from a birthday.
Oh, Jesus. And this guy's gonna be getting his what is it?
No, we're 16 days. We're a little over 2 weeks.
No,
out.
AARP card.
Oh, fuck. I ain't that close to AARP, dude. I still got some time. Come on, give me,
Yeah, a little
give me
bit,
that
a
a
little
bit.
bit,
Give me.
just a little
I
bit.
still got 5
I mean,
years for that.
With what I told you guys last week off air, I mean, I'm sooner to the AARP than Matt is.
Oh,
Oh, baby face. But anyways, my man.
Hey, at least I look young.
My man, Bielwalski. Send us out like you do.
I feel like you took the opportunity because Matt wasn't looking at the screen.
yeah.
No, not at all.
No,
not at all.
I'm being nice tonight.
Not at all.
Okay, just go, or I'm gonna
You
say
guys
TT
didn't play
fan.
along at all when we're like, yo, Jerry, your mic's messed up. No, you guys didn't play along. We could have had it
My
all
God.
night.
Well,
Yeah.
That's fair.
TT.
Well,
Oh my-
hate you. To all our listeners, to all our watchers, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Till next time, TTH fan, hot top and now.
Good night, everybody.